Hey everybody.
Hi there.
Well, this video's got a lot in it. Major breakdown, super big breakdown, and a visit to the Estrella Air Museum and the Woodland Auto Collection, which is a private collection, just amazing. And we visited the little Dutch town
Of Solvang.
Solvang.
Yeah, in Southern California. It was a little bit of a drive, but well worth it. Highly recommended. Awesome place.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good things here. So without further ado, you got to check this out. And man, sitting alongside the interstate with a busted spring. Yeah, here we go. See ya.
Take care. We had been on the road for about an hour and a half when I realized I had to pee. So Ed got off at an exit, and when he pulled off to the side of the road, we noticed this. Our trailer was sitting really low. We had broken a leaf spring.
Well, here's a huge problem and going to be a new experience. The spring on the right side of the trailer just busted, and we are on an entrance ramp to Highway 101 and stuck, so we got to figure out what to do here.
After trying to contact a mobile mechanic to come out and repair the damage, we realized it was a bit more serious than we originally thought. So we tried to find a tow truck to haul our trailer into town while we waited for parts to do the repairs. After being stranded on the side of the road for about an hour, Ed called the Highway Patrol. The officer gave us some phone numbers to try, and when we told him we didn't have any water on hand for us or our dog, he ran me to the nearest town to fetch some water. That was a very strange experience, to sit in the front seat of a police car with a machine gun mounted on the center console right next to my head. It ended up taking us about 3 hours to find a repair person and a towing company who were willing to take on the job. When the tow truck arrived, it took him about an hour to hook up our trailer because he actually had to winch the axle up in the air so it wouldn't drag down the road. After 4 hours, we were finally following our trailer down the highway. The tow truck dropped us off at the nearest RV park on that Saturday, and we had to wait until Monday to meet with the repair person. In the meantime, on Sunday, Ed found the Estrella Warbird Museum and Woodland Auto Display, and I encouraged him to go.
a real, honest-to-goodness REO Speedwagon, which later on became known as motorhome. Really cool. This is unreal. And it's beautifully done. Let me try and show you. This is quite the museum.
When the repair person arrived on Monday, he took off the broken leaf spring and immediately knew why it had broken. At the factory, when our trailer was being put together, they welded a locator pin for the axle onto the top side of the leaf spring. Ed said anyone who knew anything about wrought iron and welding knows you can't weld onto cured wrought iron because it makes the iron very brittle. Once we had that information, we immediately knew we had to replace all 4 leaf springs because they all had been welded and were all subject to the same failure. The repair person ordered the parts and then we waited. On Wednesday, we decided to visit Solvang, California, which was highly recommended to us by one of our Little Bear friends. It was highly worth the almost 2-hour drive. This place was amazing with its Dutch architecture, windmills, and bakeries. At Mortenson's Bakery, I got a Danish cookie sampler. At the Copenhagen Sausage Garden, we got a sausage sampler and some soft pretzels with their special cheese sauce. Yum! These were unlike any soft pretzels we had ever had before. They were so good. We have tried and tried to find a recipe for that cheese sauce, but still have not been able to find it. This place sold Dutch costumes for children, and adult-size costumes could be special ordered to fit. And look at these awesome Dutch shoes. On the way back to Paso Robles, we admired some of the mansions on the hillsides. Then we stopped by the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo. Construction of the inn started in 1958 and expanded over the years to include more guest rooms and public areas. All of the 110 rooms are decorated uniquely and are very luxurious, with pink being the most used color. You can find more pictures of this amazing inn at madonnainn.com. When we got back home, Ed modeled his new Solvang ball cap, and we enjoyed our Danish cookies. Tired pupper. All along Highway 101, we kept seeing these bells on the side of the road every few miles. These bells mark the El Camino Real, meaning the Royal Road, which connected the 21 missions in Alta California between San Diego and San Francisco. On Friday, we visited the nearest mission, Mission San Miguel, which was built in 1797. Every place I visit that has a bookstore, I always take pictures of the books. So if and when I ever have extra time on my hands that I can read, I can go back and learn more about the places we've visited. And on Monday, the repair guy came back to fix our trailer. Unfortunately, the manufacturer only shipped 3 of the 4 springs that we needed. The last was on back order, so we had to decide which of the 3 would be replaced. Ed checked out all the springs very carefully and made his decision. We also found out at this time that one of our new axles that we had just gotten in the spring had been installed backwards. They are clearly marked with an L for left and an R for right. This meant that one of our axles did not have working brakes all this time. So we actually went over Donner Pass with only 1 set of trailer brakes. Good Lord. And on Tuesday, we were very happy to get back on the road again.